Following on from my recent acceleration video, I thought I'd provide some more information on conditioning for acceleration and the use of plyometrics in particular. Most sprint coaches will recommend a program of plyometric exercises such as depth jumps and hopping to develop explosive ability, including acceleration. This will enhance what's known as leg stiffness. Basically, athletes with stiffer legs will be able to better generate power from the running surface. To provide an analogy, carbon fibre legs will be much stiffer and therefore propulsive than pipe cleaner legs. A team of French researchers discovered that leg stiffness as measured via a plyometric hopping test was not directly proportional to accelerative ability, although it was to flat-out speed. The acceleration and maximal running velocity developed by 11 subjects in the research over a 40-metre sprint was measured by radar. Leg power was measured by a treadmill test and the hopping test. Each subject performed maximal sprint accelerations on a treadmill equipped with force and speed transducers, which were able to calculate forward accelerative power. The hopping test was performed on a force platform, whilst leg stiffness was calculated using the flight and contact times of the hopping test, i.e. the greater the hop height and the quicker the ground contact, the stiffer the performer's legs. The researchers discovered that treadmill forward leg power was correlated to both the initial acceleration and maximal running velocity during track sprinting. However, leg stiffness calculated from hopping was significantly correlated with maximal velocity, but not with acceleration. These findings were backed up by another French team of researchers whose research was particularly interesting in that it involved 19 regional to national level 100-metre sprinters. These athletes had best times ranging from 10.72 to 12.87 seconds. The 100-metre sprint was divided into a 30-metre acceleration phase, a 30 to 60-metre secondary acceleration to maximum speed phase, and a 60 to 100-metre speed maintenance phase. The team discovered that their hopping test was the best predictor of the last two phases of the 100 metres, and that sprinters who had the greatest leg stiffness produced the highest acceleration between the first and second phases, not the first. As I mentioned in the other acceleration video, it's concentric strength which is the key determinant of the push and the initial couple of steps out of the blocks. Therefore, your training needs to reflect that. To in part corroborate this, a team of researchers from Canada investigated the relationship between sprint start performance, concentric muscle strength and power. 30 males performed 6 10-metre sprints from a standing start. Sprint times were recorded, as were the force time characteristics of the first ground contact using a recessed force plate. 3 to 6 days later, the subjects completed 3 loaded concentric jump squats using a traditional and split squat technique, with a range of external loads ranging from 30 to 70% of one repetition maximum. The results showed that athletes who were better at moving the weights during the squat jumps were the best 10-metre accelerators. This led the researchers to conclude that concentric, not plyometric force development was critical to sprint start performance, and accordingly that maximal concentric jump power was related to sprint acceleration. Hopefully, these findings will be useful to you as an athlete and coach. The main take-home message is that you need to combine various training methods, plyometric and concentric, in order to maximize your sprint speed. Although not specifically referenced in the research, eccentric methods are also important.